Kia ora everybody, I'm Rachel Chisnall. I teach at Taieri College in Dunedin. Something I learned last week was about sodium and water, and that if you add sodium to water, it's not hydrogen gas exploding, it's the sodium ions are rapidly repelling. So that was some new chemistry I learned last week. It was pretty cool. I was at BioLive ChemEd in Wellington. It was lovely. Amazing conference. This year I was really grateful to be part of the Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert program, so that's me in the Clippy costume in Sydney. Well, I was lucky enough to be selected to go to Seattle to the Global Educator Exchange. There were 249 educators from about 90 different countries, and a theme of the conference was being brave. And we often talk about bravery of our students, and I remember at Teachers College getting reminded to look after students who might not be so brave and how hard it is to put yourself out there. But we don't always, I think, support teachers to be brave in the classroom, and it was, as I said, a big focus of this meeting. I got to go with some really amazing educators. So there's Ben Hilliam from St Andrews, Nikki Lang from Auckland, myself, Steve Martin from Howick College, and Shane Mann from Rathkiel. And Anne Taylor took a spectacular amount of care of us while we were over there. The model that we were given is this. So this is what bravery stood for. The first one is to be comfortable asking for help, and we've got to stop thinking it's a sign of weakness. If we've got a class we're having difficulty with, you can so often people will just instantly say, oh, they're fine for me, instead of going, oh, well, this is working, or that, have you tried this? Or so be comfortable asking for help. It's a sign that you're getting better. Respond to data and make sure that you collect it. If your students are not enjoying it, then you've got to find a way to change it. We've heard some really good examples of teachers doing this today, that they're looking at what their students are doing and altering their programs to suit. Always expect more from your students. I was having a discussion on Twitter about this just before. If year ones can self-manage, then my year 12 certainly should be able to. If you set your expectations low, the students will meet them. So expect more from your students and expect more from yourself. Visualize your success. For me, I sort of look at this as how I want my lessons to look. A big focus of this is to make sure I'm focusing on the task and the pedagogy rather than the technology. Find the technology that suits the task, not the other way around. That was another important message that's come through from today. Make sure you're enjoying yourself. I love teaching. I'm lucky I'm a science teacher. I get to set stuff on fire. I enjoy my students. Make sure that they know that, because if they know you are enjoying them, they will be a lot more comfortable in your classroom. And the last two I think are the hardest. Make sure you are reaching for impact, and you are great. You have a responsibility to share. So get sharing what you do. Don't sit behind a closed door and think you're not good enough. What you're doing is amazing, and even a little step, you will help someone else who is in the same place as you. Don't get put off by people who seem like they're doing all these awesome things. Everybody is in their own place, and you can help somebody. We also got to talk to this guy, Zayudin Yousafzai. He was amazing. He is Malala's father. His daughter was shot by the Taliban, and he is so hopeful for the future and so passionate about what education can do to bring forward girls and boys in his culture and worldwide. So we have a responsibility to push for education. If you're interested in more about the program, you can apply at the link there. There's a whole heap of free tutorials about using 365 in your classroom available to you. If you want to know more about the program or my trip, there's some links for you there, or just flick us a line on Twitter. I'd be happy to talk to you. Thanks.